Williams on the floor.
Well, that's so much what the NBA is about. The best players in the world, and some of them are the elite of the elite. So you've got stars leading the way on both sides in this one. Can't wait for it to happen.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at small forward.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Randall. Here's McDaniels. A three-pointer, no good. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch, and he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Just 3 to shoot. Fires the 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Oklahoma City has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Dort wide open. It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Conley scanning the floor. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
You make a 3 on Conley, he's looking for payback. He's got great competitive spirit.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Conley. For 3, Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. That 3 off the mark. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Randall finds McDaniel. And it's off from three-point range. Oklahoma City's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Pass to Holmgren. Lets the 3 fly. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Conley dishes to McDaniels. Cranes the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Hartenstein. Still yet to score. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. The people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Always encouraging to see Gobert scoring. Means the whole offense is working.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Randall. Holmgren wide open. And the 3 off target.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Edwards dishes to Randall. Pass to Conley. Outside, Edwards. Fires from deep. Rebound by Williams. Fades. The shot, no good. Edwards fires from way outside. Tie game in Minnesota. And the second quarter will get underway. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Reed. And it's Clark in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Wiggins surveying the floor. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Reed with it. Williams picks him up. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift into a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
D.A., the versatility. That is pretty special.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Caruso. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 3. Randle finds Alexander Walker. Back to Randle. Pass to Alexander Walker. Rebound by Williams.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Williams has a screen for Williams. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Here's Joe. The Thunder with another miss.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Baseline try. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Williams kicks to Wiggins. The kick out to Williams. Off target from 3-point range. Minnesota leading by 3. When Naz Reid is out there, Clark spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections, he goes after loose balls, he gets you extra possessions on the glass, he steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Shot clock at 6. It's up a 3. They get it back. Wiggins outside. Pass to Caruso.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Wiggins a screen on Reed. Caruso, no good. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the 3-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Julius Randle. Edwards has come in for Clark. And Dillingham subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Edwards launches it from deep. Another miss by Minnesota.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Edwards. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks down the 3 ball.
On a dime. Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's McDaniels. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Floats it up for Holmgren. Stolen by McDaniels. Here's Dillingham. Nothing on the board. Here's McDaniels. For 3. Caruso grabs the miss.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
To the paint. It's stolen by Gobert.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Pass to Holmgren. It's stolen by Edwards. Launches from deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
Incredible range from Gilgeous-Alexander, making a tough shot look easy.
Conley with the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound in this one. Near the 3-point line, it's Holmgren. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Conley with the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. Fades back. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 5.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Williams for 3. You can't get that one to fall. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Randall passes to Edwards. From downtown, Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
For 3, Holmgren. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Randall right side. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Taking it himself, Randall. Changes who he is when the jumper goes in.
Williams sets a screen for Dort. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Dort's got 6 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Williams against McDaniel. Conley with the screen on Williams. McDaniels dishes to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley's shot is off. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing here by 8. Holmgren in the post. Gobert on him. Dort. No good from outside.
rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
McDaniels against Hartenstein. Into the lane, and there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for McDaniels. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Jalen Williams. Sinks the three-pointer.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. Williams has a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Joe. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Joe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Reid with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. For the three, and another three for Minnesota.
Conley loves setting up his teammates for quality shots. He's one of the more selfless guys in the league.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Connects from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter. Conley kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Reid. Fires the three. Thunder with the rebound. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And here is Holmgren. He has 7. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Conley kicks to Reid. Outside Conley. Shoots from the baseline, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The forwards are Edwards and McDaniels. Dillingham is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Reid in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Reid with a screen for Edwards. Thunder with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Here's Joe. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. The Thunder shooting 41% for the game. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Nailed from three-point land. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Pass to Dillingham. A three for DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Williams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Williams has a screen for Wiggins. Back to Williams. Over Dillingham. Williams can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 3. Edwards kicks to Reid. Drills it from outside.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Williams, a screen on DiVincenzo. To the middle. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Covered by Wiggins. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Reid misses. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Joe. Over Edwards. Kicks it out to Wiggins. DiVincenzo against Caruso. A 3-ball. And it's Wiggins missing. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Dillingham with it. It's tipped. Now here's DiVincenzo. Covered by Joe. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Look at DiVincenzo going on the attack. Knows they need some points on this possession, and he delivered.
Williams sets a screen for Williams. Now here's Caruso. Not a lot of room. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Conley in for Dillingham. And here's Conley outside. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the Timberwolves lead by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley the pass to Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort to take the lead. Gobert pulls it in. Now the Timberwolves with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
Here's Hartenstein, and so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. What a show they put up. Thank you, David.
two of the stingiest defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, these games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Outside Holiday, launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Here's Conley. Rebounded by the Celtics. Pass to Porzingis. There's Tatum with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Three-pointer. Minnesota again missing.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Tatum passes to Brown. From deep three-point land. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Right side Conley. Right wing. Tries it from 19. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Holiday's got 6.
And I really like Holiday's shot selection. It's fun watching him measure defenses and catch them off guard.
Pass to Randall. Now here's Edwards. Back to Randall. Here's Edwards. Shot clock at 6. And that one off the back of the rim and in. He's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Holiday finds Porzingis. White for 3. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. For 3, Conley. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Whew, I love it.
Tatum, a screen on McDaniels. Brown passes to Tatum. There's the triple. And it's Gobert with a rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. McDaniels from long range. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Holiday passes to Tatum. To win the run. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning. It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Misses the 3. Celtics trail by 5. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Gobert passes to Conley. Back to Gobert. Over Porzingis. Gobert, no good. Randall against Holiday. Fires the 3. And again, Boston with the triple. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Puts it up. Another miss by Minnesota. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul, and Minnesota with some changes. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And the Celtics also making a change. Horford, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. White against Edwards. Outside Tatum. Brown, a screen on Reed. Tatum from long range. And so it's Drew Holiday making things happen for the Celtics. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some and some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
We've got Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Edwards in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Pritchard, DiVincenzo covering. White, the pass to Cornette, and there's a pick. Pass to Pritchard, fires from deep, sinks it from distance. Pritchard's got his first 3 points of the game.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
For 3, DiVincenzo fires in the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Pritchard. Randle pulls down the board.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And the 3-pointer goes.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable. You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Connects from downtown.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Reed. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Pass to Hauser for 3. And the Celtics another 3. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Edwards, no good. The Celtics with the lead. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Here's Pritchard. DiVincenzo covering. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. The 3. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. And here's Edwards outside. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate. When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Boston trailing. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
This one for 3. The offensive rebound. For 3, DiVincenzo. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. DiVincenzo covering. Here's Cornette. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball.
There's one for it's a low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Julius Randle. McDaniels comes in for Anthony Edwards. Clark is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Dillingham subbed in for DiVincenzo.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Reed for three. Minnesota again missing.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Craig passes to Porzingis. Spins. Back to Craig. Porzingis with a screen on Reed. The three from Craig. And the Celtics another three.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Reed for three. The shot misses. Unable to get that one. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Boston out in front. They lead by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Get ready for the big half-court shot. Drums. We're thinking about the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The perimeter pairing is White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point. Here's Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense. And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And here's Brown for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards got 4 rebounds in the game. Fires for 3. The kick out to Conley. And stolen by Holiday. And here's Brown for 3. On the break, Jaylen Brown.
He can do a lot with the ball, but Brown is just as good playing off the ball. He's always ready to catch and fire.
Pass to Randle. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Celtics lead by 7. There's Tatum with the 3. And Conley grabs the miss. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. The shot. Minnesota again missing. Boston's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal. Ooh, how about that extended range from Tatum? That's about half someone with the bomb.
McDaniels, that's good.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen by Conley. Jacks up a 3. Boston with a rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Tatum from long range. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards got 5 rebounds in the game. Shoots from 14. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got 4 assists in the game.
And certain nights, Edwards just goes off. Very tough to stop when he's in the zone.
Outside Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Randle. Tatum from long range. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Randle, pass to Gobert. Back to Randle. Outside Edwards. Puts up a three. Oh, he drains the three, and he'll go to the line for one more. That one on White.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Boston making a switch here. Horford, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Craig comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Craig passes to Pritchard. From behind the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Pritchard's got 9.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. DiVincenzo with it. Picked up by Craig. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Dillingham. And here's Edwards outside. Horford pulls it in. Boston leading by 3. There's a screen. Here's Hauser. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Clark is checked in for Minnesota. Here's Pritchard. 9 points in the game. Over to the left wing. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Fires in the triple. Dillingham's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Pritchard. The 3 is up. It'll count. No good. Misses at the buzzer. That's the end of the third, and it's tied up. And don't go. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Clark in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Pritchard, the pass to Porzingis. Wow, Porzingis with the triple.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Outside, Alexander-Walker fades and shoots. Boston pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Pritchard. DiVincenzo covering. Pritchard, no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to DiVincenzo. Three-pointer. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Tatum can't hit.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Porzingis against Reid. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Holiday grabs the miss. Boston leading by 3. Here's Pritchard. Holiday taking his time here. From the arc. Knocks down the triple.
Putting his court vision on full display. Holiday plays the role of floor general pretty effectively.
Pass to Reid from deep. Lays out. No good. Boston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Here's Pritchard. DiVincenzo covering. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 6. The 3 is up. He buries it from 3.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Holiday up top, covered by Alexander Walker. Pass to Hauser. Holiday, a screen on Clark. Just 4 to shoot. Pritchard, the pass to Holiday. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Out to DiVincenzo to tie it up. They grab their own miss. Outside Reed. And he hits it to tie the game.
A nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
There's a screen. Tatum passes to Hauser. Holiday with the ball. Tatum from long range. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Gobert passes to Reed. Outside, DiVincenzo. From the wing, Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Randall, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Pritchard.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them. Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Pass to McDaniels. Now Edwards. Fires the 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
White with a screen on Randall. Tatum from long range. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Outside Conley. Takes the 3. Boston pulls it in. They've led by as much as 10. Back to Holiday. Fires the 3. And no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Going inside. And Holiday powers it home.
Well, if you give Holiday a crease, that'll happen. I mean, he just blew the doors off the defense.
From deep, Conley. Oh, the trifecta! 9 seconds left in the game. Left side, Brown. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. So we see the Celtics get the win here. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson.
down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Hartenstein passes to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound, back to Williams. Fade away. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, and that shows how much confidence he has in his ability and the work that he's put into his game.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Nobody near Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
And Holiday kicks to White. Porzingis sets the pick for White. Outside, Porzingis. And that time, also a missed shot. Oklahoma City's drawn 2 or 3 from each so far in this game. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. The tray hits the three-point bomb.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Williams finds Dort. Hartenstein inside, headed by Porzingis. Lets it go, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Williams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Cason Wallace, he's checked in for the Thunder. Alex Caruso comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Celtics also making a change. Al Horford, he's checked in for Porzingis. Now here's Wallace. Over in the corner, Williams, 6 to shoot. Inside. Over Horford. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 3. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks. Mark Dagnall and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. The coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to a defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Wallace, the pass to Williams. Over Brown. Williams finds Holmgren. Here's Caruso. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Celtics trail by 3. White, wide open. He fires. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Over in the corner, Williams hands it from downtown. Williams has got 8 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Caruso. Still scoreless.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Back to Holiday, beyond the arc, and again, Boston with the triple. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Celtics lead by 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Porzingis, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
They grab their own miss. Hauser the pass to Pritchard. Now Porzingis. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
Pass to Hartenstein. Puts up a 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No scoring in this one. There's the triple. Sinks the triple.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Dagnall said, I look at him more like he's an artist. You can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't carve. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Here's Craig after Oklahoma City gets the through. Craig with a screen on Hartenstein. No problems knocking that one down. Porzingis has got 7 points in the game.
Matching threes for these teams. Porzingis so good from deep.
Top of the key, Hartenstein. Here's Joe, guarded by Holiday. Higgins outside, jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Hauser.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Here's Hauser. Pass to Pritchard. Over Wiggins. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Dort. And a miss there on the triple. Celtics trail by 4. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. His three-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And a wide-open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. Boston's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And scanning the floor well. Porzingis all about finding open teammates when they've got a look.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Boston's got the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Pass to Hauser. Three-pointer. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got his 7th rebound here tonight. 34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Dort wide open. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Dort's got 7 points.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
They get it again. The kick out to Holiday. From deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 8 rebounds in this game. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. That will count. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 3. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. This one for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Thunder. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
3 of his own for Tatum. That is how you respond.
Now here's Holmgren. Still without a basket. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's tightly guarded. Chalk up 2 there.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Here's Brown. The kick out to Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Mason Wallace comes in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
On defense, Boston. It's a 5-point game. For 3, Holmgren gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Pass to Tatum. Brown with the screen on Williams. The 3 from Tatum. Thunder with the rebound. on the wing, Wallace. Nothing on the board. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Tatum kicks to Brown. And here's White, defended by Caruso. The kick out to Brown. And the three ball is good. Brown's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
Horford against Holmgren. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the basket by Boston. Brown deciding where to go with it. Brown with the screen on Caruso. Pass to Cornette. Outside, Horford. Here's Cornette. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Cornette's got his first points in this one.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
There's Williams with the three. Buries it from three-point range. And the Thunder lead by 4.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part. And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Williams. Celtics also with a sub. Richards checked in. Count it. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Caruso, no good. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Here's Pritchard, defended by Caruso.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
And Boston has possession after Oklahoma City gets the 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Tatum passes to Brown. Wiggins with the rebound.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Williams dishes to Wiggins. Fires the 3. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Thunder lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. The guards are Pritchard and White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Holmgren the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Here's Pritchard, defended by Dort. The kick out to Brown, and they double up Brown. The 3 from Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
Never a bad idea setting Tatum up.
It's tipped and stolen by White. It's good. Now it's a 3-point Boston lead. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Holmgren. Out to Wallace. Pass to Dort. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Tatum's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's White missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Dort, and he's good on the 3-ball. Dort's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
On the wing, Wallace. Holmgren sets the screen for Wallace. Holmgren at the elbow. Pass to Dort. Pulls it from 20. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Dort's got 5 points now in the quarter. Now here's Tatum. Wide, a screen on Williams. Outside, White. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Double team on Williams. Pass to Wallace. And stolen by White. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Tatum. Out to White. There's the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Celtics lead by 1.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Tatum against Williams. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Off target from outside. Here's Oklahoma City. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brown sets a screen for Porzingis. Money!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And that's an intentional foul. 17 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Over in the corner, Dort. For the win. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Easton, the last few decades, we've seen the 3 become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the 3 spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the 3 is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner 3.
Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Hauser in at the power forward. Porzingis with a screen on Holmgren. Porzingis. Here we go. The kick out to Holiday. Wide, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Holiday gets the bucket.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Here's Hartenstein, and that's in. Nice feet on the play.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Pass to Hauser. Trying to find Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to him. Here's Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Caruso. Bangs home the trifecta. Listen to that.
What is the decibel count in this building?
Down kicks to Holiday. There's a screen. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. The kick out to Holiday. Tatum on the wing. Defended by Holmgren. Tatum passes to Holiday.
Already set the summer league record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They lead by 1. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Here's Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Fades away. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see here?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
Williams with the steal. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period.
battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. Now here's Randle. Here's Gobert. Pass to Conley. The three-pointer off the mark. And it's Thunder's ball. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
Now here's McDaniels. Back to Conley. Lets it go from deep. Hartenstein pulls it in. The Thunder have gone 1 for 3 so far. It's Dort on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Williams against McDaniels. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Just 5 to shoot. The 6-footer. And too long on the shot.
Now there's your rim protection. That's how you defend the post.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
Pass to Edwards. For 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Outside, Williams. Let's go with a 3. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Here's Conley. The kick out to Edwards. From outside the arc. They get it back. Outside McDaniels. Minnesota again missing. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
McDaniels, that's good.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
2 minutes remaining.
Dort outside.
2 minutes.
Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with a screen on Randle. The 3 from Holmgren. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. For 3, Randle. Hartenstein pulls it in. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Gobert, no good.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Holmgren with a screen on Randle. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. 4-3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
To the left wing. Outside McDaniels. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Williams from long range. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Reed's checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Mike Conley. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Williams, a screen on DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Five to shoot. Dort outside. The 3 on target from range. He has 6.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Williams on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And so it's Oklahoma. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid out there with Jaden McDaniels. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Clark in at the small forward position. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Williams passes to Joe. Pass to Wiggins. And it's Oklahoma City scoring again.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Clark outside. Lets it go. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Outside Joe. There's the 3. Reid with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, BA, and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Thunder leading by 14. McDaniels with it. Guarded now by Williams. Fires for 3. And Reid gets the 3. Reid's got 6 here in the quarter.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Outside Joe. Takes a 3. Reid with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 11. Left side, Alexander Walker. DiVincenzo against Wiggins. DiVincenzo, the pass to McDaniels. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Williams against Clark. Wiggins outside. Williams passes to Wiggins. Williams a screen on DiVincenzo. Wiggins no good.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Drains the triple.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Some room here for Williams. And miss after miss right now. Timberwolves trail by 5. Reid for 3. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Joe on the wing. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall. Joe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's DiVincenzo, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And Williams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Wiggins with a screen on Clark. Williams with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Wiggins for three. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Clark. Out to DiVincenzo. There's 37 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. And now just a 3-point Thunder lead.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
Williams from long range. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
9 seconds left in the first half. Randall outside. Here's Dillingham. And that's not going to go. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Thunder out in front, up 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. That's the group from Mark Daigneault starting the second half. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside. But fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
McDaniels from long range. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hartenstein with a screen on Conley. Oh, the confidence from SGA on that 3.
Come on, man. If SGA is hitting that, it's good night.
Now here's Randall. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Conley. And here's Edwards outside. Edwards on target.
Oh, that is a stone-cold 3 by the Ant-Man.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with a screen on Edwards. Dort against Edwards. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. The 3 from Holmgren. McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 6. Randall, pass to Edwards. Now McDaniels puts up a 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Hartenstein. The 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And here's McDaniels. It's the trifecta. McDaniels got 11.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. McDaniels against Williams. Hartenstein with a screen on Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Sinks it! What range from downtown!
You can see the ball handling ability of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Moves with precision, creates opportunities in pick and roll action. That's nice. Absolutely tenacious guy. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Outside, Williams. Dort outside. Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. Dort for three. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 4. Pass to Conley. It's McDaniels on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. The Thunder have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Williams with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Hartenstein with it. This one for 3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Edwards outside. Wow, what a response from Edwards.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Edwards against Dort. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Williams grabs the board. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3-ball. Fires from deep. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City, knocking down 3 after 3. He's up to 7 3-pointers tonight. We'll be right back with you shortly. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for Minnesota, Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Dillingham in at the 1. Timberwolves trail by 10. Edwards with it. Pass to Dillingham. Here's the 3. Drops in the 3. Dillingham's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Holmgren with a screen on DiVincenzo. Now Caruso. Back to Joe. Williams on the wing. There's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Minnesota shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Launches a 3. Edwards can't hit.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
From deep, Holmgren. Rebound Minnesota. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Oh, it's Edwards all the way.
Boy, with the kind of motor Edwards plays with, doesn't give the defense much of a chance to catch him in transition. Nicely done, Anthony.
Pass to Wiggins. Back to Joe. Clock at 6. And here's Caruso outside. Edwards pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 5. From downtown, pure from three-point range. Edwards has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Credit the hard work coming back. They're doing their best to steal this game.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Joe gets the 3-ball to go. And the Thunder lead by 5.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Reed to screen on Wiggins. Here's Edwards. Williams grabs the board.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Caruso outside. The kick out to Williams. Joe on the wing. DiVincenzo covering. And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Dortch checked in. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Randall can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
McDaniels is checked in for Minnesota. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Shoots over Randall. And it's Holmgren missing. Timberwolves trail by 5. Reed with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the fourth quarter. And right through it goes! Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17 now, just in the second half. Pulls up on the wings, and the basket by Edwards.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Screen by Holmgren. Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a 3.
He's their go-to. They keep calling his number, and he delivers.
Conley finds Randall. Back to Conley. Beyond the arc. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Fires from way outside. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 11-point game. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep, Conley hits the three-pointer. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Fires away from way outside. Off the mark. And so the Thunder take the win. A clean win. And one where they clearly should.
great defensive matchup this evening in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is for me, Kevin. I mean, I like to see defense take center stage sometimes. I love when teams get after it and make it hard for each other to score. And if you're a basketball purist, this is must-watch TV.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good with the triple. McDaniels kicks to Randle. For 3, Edwards. Rebound, Boston.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Porzingis. Out to White. Over Edwards. And it's White missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's the 3. And there's Edwards on the assist from Randle.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And that one drops for him.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Here's Brown, and there's the drive. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Your team's main focus tonight? Well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes both free throws.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Porzingis against Gobert. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. McDaniels got his second basket of the night.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Pass to Holiday. Stolen by Conley. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And here's Edwards from the arc. Rebound, Boston.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Out left to the wing. McDaniels finds Conley. Back to McDaniels. Three-pointer. Conley gets the bucket.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dime.
Tatum's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 3. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Now Tatum, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Tatum's shot is off. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. McDaniels against Holiday. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Michael Conley. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 3. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. And the basket by Edwards.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Edwards brings the double team. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And it's off from three-point range. Holiday, the pass to Brown. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. White. And the jumper is on the mark.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
DiVincenzo kicks to Reed. Tries it from the top of the key, and he hits the jumper for 2.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Pass to Tatum. From the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Now here's Reed. From past the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Reed's got 5 points so far. Outside Holiday, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Minnesota ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Naz Reid, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Clark in at the 3 slot. So it's Boston now, following the 3 by Minnesota. Knocks down the 3 ball. Hauser's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Pritchard, defended by DiVincenzo. Pass to White. Here's Cornette. Here's Hauser. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Reed. 8 points for him. Back to Clark. Shot on the wing. Horford with the rebound.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Offensive rebound. Here's Cornette. Pass to Hauser. Horford with a screen on DiVincenzo. And the basket by Hauser.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Timberwolves leading by 6. Gobert the pass to Alexander Walker. Reed. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Minnesota's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Lock loose.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half. There's a good screen. Pass to Hauser. The 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Clark for 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Pritchard, defended by DiVincenzo. Hauser the pass to White. Fires for three. Connects from three-point range. White's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Reed misses. Celtics on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Picked by Horford. Pass to Pritchard. The three. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 3. And it's Clark in the corner. From outside the arc. Al Horford with the rebound. The Celtics have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Pritchard passes to Hauser. And he hits it to tie the game up. He's got 12.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
It'll count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
28.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White, and it's Porzingis in at the 5. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Now here's Conley. Shot clock at 5. Edwards dishes to Conley. No good on the triple.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. Pass to McDaniels. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Celtics. Such a wide open look. Conley's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Timberwolves.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
The kick out to Brown. Lets it go from deep. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 3. Pass to Randall. And here's Gobert. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Tatum passes to Brown. Back to Tatum. Brown outside. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Brown's got it all tied up now for Boston.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. Now, I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
Edwards' shot is good.
The competitive fire of Anthony Edwards, admirable, going right back at him.
Outside Tatum shoots the 3, and again Boston with the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Randall with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Now here's Tatum. 6 points for him.
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound. He got it done.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Boston trailing. for the lead. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Brown. Tatum's got 6 points in the quarter.
A really smooth release from Tatum on that three. Makes that shot look effortless.
Conley kicks to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. 4 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Brown with a screen on Randall. Tatum's shot is off.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Now here's McDaniels. Tries again. Another miss by Minnesota. The Celtics have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Out to White. Launches a 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Edwards. Over to the left wing. There's 45 seconds left in the third. Another miss by Minnesota. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for McDaniels. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley.
You know, once he grabs the steal, it's off to the races for DiVincenzo. Extremely explosive.
Brown with a screen on Edwards. They get a hand on it.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota with the triple. Celtics trail by 5.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Here's Hauser. Pass to Porzingis. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Minnesota on top. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Minnesota, you've got Anthony Edwards. Randall out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Dillingham, and it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard position.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Randall's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Hauser. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Edwards defending. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Just 2 to shoot. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Get the shot. Both teams will make substitutions.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. The screen from Brown. Outside Holiday. Out to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Here's Pritchard. A 3-pointer off the mark. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Reid. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And here is Tatum. Tatum from 3.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting in this game 45%. McDaniels dishes to Randall. Goes up on the wing. The rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Tatum passes to Porzingis to take the lead. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Porzingis. Tatum's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Celtics. And the wide open shot from Reed drills the three-pointer. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here is Holiday. Here's Tatum. Brown outside. Back to Tatum. To Porzingis. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
Randall against Holiday. 1:58 left in the game. Dillingham with it. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. The three-pointer, no good. The Celtics have gotten 4 of the 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Pritchard. And the 3 off target. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Tatum. Porzingis inside. He's against Reed. Tatum kicks to Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Pritchard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Derek White's checked in for Boston. Edwards has come in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Dillingham. The kick out to Tatum. Lets it go with the 3. Offensive rebound. Back to White. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from outside.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some 3s.
Drains the three-pointer. So it's Minnesota now. Outside Edwards. Lets it go with the 3. Nails the tray.
For 3.
9 seconds left in the fourth. The 3. And the Celtics another 3. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
teams aren't shy about getting out on the break.
I think about it, BA, are the coaches telling each of their teams tonight, look, as fast as we get out in transition, we have to do the same in terms of getting back in transition defense. Just slow them down 3 or 4 seconds to make them set up anything in the half-court offense, and ultimately that could win out here tonight.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3. No good on the 3. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Tatum way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
With his feet set, Tatum's going to make you pay.
Williams on the wing. To the inside. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Holiday. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Outside Tatum. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Tatum's got 6.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
And it's Holmgren missing.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Now here's Brown. Pass to White. The kick to Tatum. Over Dort. Tatum can't hit. The Thunder have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. From deep, Holmgren. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like, BA, he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. The sky is the limit for this guy.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander. Boston pulls it in. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. Celtics lead by 6. Right side Brown. There's the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for OKC. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for him.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Tatum, shot is good.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches it. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Three-pointer Holiday. Williams grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Celtics shooting an unremarkable 30% in the first. Brown with it. Hartenstein covering. Tatum against Holmgren. Dort with a steal. From behind the arc. And Chet Holmgren gets the 3.
Yeah, we saw the three-pointer from Holmgren in college, trying to carry that success here and now over into the league.
Tatum passes to Brown. Tatum a screen on Hartenstein. Porzingis. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
White against Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with a screen on White. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Holiday a screen on Holmgren. Tatum. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's White. No points so far. Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
That's confident shooting there from Drew Holiday. Got his coaches and teammates saying, yes, take that one.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it after missing his first 6 shots. Now 1 for 7.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
9 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Holiday. Outside Tatum. Takes a 3. And at the buzzer! Count it!
Just textbook. Kept it.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Boston Celtics. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
On the court for the Thunder, Aaron Wiggins out there with Williams. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the 3 spot. Horford passes to Cornette. Back to Horford. The 3 is up. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 3. Outside Joe. Back to Wallace. Takes the 3. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And already one of the more consistent three-point shooters. Cason Wallace is lethal from outside, Brent.
Really impressive BA in his first year to shoot over 40% from 3. Pretty selective in the ones he took, but still his #1 attribute is how disruptive he can be defensively at that guard position.
From the arc. And the basket by Joe. Joe's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
He drops it from range.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Out of bounds, it'll be Celtics ball. Jack Harlow taking a break from churning out hits to support the Celtics tonight.
Yeah, and I know he likes what he's seeing. Jack became a fan when Kevin Garnett first got to Boston, and his love for the Celts has only grown since.
Craig is checked in for Boston. Here's the pick. Here's Pritchard. Gets a very good look and converts. Pritchard's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. Wallace has gotten his first bucket of the night. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Pritchard, covered by Joe. Pass to Hauser. Here's the 3. That shot off the mark.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And Wallace, here we go. Now Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. Williams with the screen. Shot from the wing. Oh, the Thunder tack on 2 more. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, BA, dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block BA.
Boston leading by 4. Pritchard, the pass to Craig. The steal. Pass to Joe. Wallace with it. He's against Horford. Back to Joe. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. And And the Celtics another three.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
White with a steal. White on the wing. Three-pointer. Counted from distance. And now it's a 10-point Boston lead.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. Now, he's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Screen by Horford. Hauser passes to Horford. Here's Hauser. Watched by Wallace. Baseline try. And that one's long.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Williams passes to Caruso. Fires the three. Good if it goes. And so that brings the first half to a close. Boston out in front, up by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
22.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
This is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at center. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. From deep, Holmgren. They grab their own miss. Outside for Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Holiday. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Jason Tatum! Go up and get it!
What a pass and what a slam. Tatum finishing off a pretty alley-oop.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him. Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team.
90 seconds into the second half now. Here's Holiday. Pass to White. Outside, Brown. The kick to Tatum. 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Brown, no good. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. 9-point game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Back to Holmgren. Over Tatum. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Tatum passes to Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple. Thunder trail by 9. From deep, Holmgren. 4-3, Holmgren.
He does everything with intent. Holmgren, not the quickest, but it's hard to get up and block his shot.
Porzingis finds Tatum. On the wing, Holiday. Tatum with a screen. Holiday passes to Tatum. Boston again missing.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Garnett checked in for White.
Number 40, Luke Garnett.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Fires from deep. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist from Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Even when Brown's shooting quickly, he's not rushing. He takes his time with his release.
Hartenstein, no good. Boston's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Buries it from 3.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Porzingis with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. From downtown, and again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, I love the answer from Porzingis. Don't sleep on his three-point shot.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter here. There's a screen by Wiggins. It's Wiggins on the wing. Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Cornette sets a screen. Pass to Brown. Beyond the arc. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
From deep, Holmgren. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Back to Pritchard. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Pass to Holmgren. Puts up a deep 3. Boston pulls it in. Cornette's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's the fast break. The kick to Tatum. The 3. No good on the shot. It's not going to go for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics ending the quarter up 10. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Thunder trail by 10. Taking a look at the Thunder. In it forward, it's Jordan Williams. Alex Caruso is out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Hartenstein in at the center position. Offensive rebound. Over to the wing. Here's Wallace. Off target with the 3. And here are the Celtics. Pass to Hauser. Launches it. Knocks down the long J. And the Celtics lead by 13.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And here's Caruso outside. Knocks it down from distance.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Hauser. The kick to Tatum. Let's go with a 3. And the Celtics another 3.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
Williams in the post. Tatum's there. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Jaylen Brown picks one up. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Boston.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Tatum with it. Guarded now by Williams. Porzingis sets a screen. Three-pointer, Holiday. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder trail by 12. Caruso outside. There's the three. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 11 rebounds in the game. Porzingis passes to White. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And here's Brown for three. The Thunder with the rebound. Caruso left side. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Sinks the tray. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
White for three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Caruso outside. Launches a three. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now. Brown with it. Hartenstein covering. Left side White. Over Dort. White can't hit.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Porzingis for three. Porzingis drills it from extended range.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
From deep. And Dort is good for three.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your three.
There's Tatum with the three. Tatum! Money from deep.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Celtics.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And what a huge performance it was for Jason Tatum.
He really influenced the game with his rebounding. Just a stellar performance. With all the work he put in, he's going to sleep well tonight.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. Trailing by 10.
And he's easily led the way on the boards tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Kick out to Brown. Back to Tatum. White with a screen on Williams. Holiday from long range. Off target with the shot. And so it's Boston with the W. A competitive game. You have to feel like this.